We saw the tweet this morning. The run back.
Oh,
The
sure.
kickoff return.
Yeah.
So all the guys now on Twitter are talking about it. Do you kind of keep that as a little bit of a resume builder to tell the guys I've been here before, I know what to do and how to handle it? How do you kind of use the former player aspect of that to coach these new guys?
For the most part, when we kind of get a chance to kind of get to know each other, they kind of ask my background if they don't already know, and I kind of tell them where I played and all of that good stuff. And then they're kind of like, well, coach, you want this, and coach, you want that, and all this other type stuff. It's like, okay, look, I know I was back in the day. I understand it. I get it. I didn't have the huddle and all of that. I mean, my stuff was on YouTube. Like that was you, and that's what I always tell them. Like, just YouTube me. Like you'll see a couple of my plays and stuff. It's not gonna be as glitz and glamour as you guys got right now. The technology wasn't where it is today. Back in my days, but old coach did a little bit. Old coach can move a little bit, and I could do a little something back in the day. So I mean, but they don't really. We talk about it at times. Me and my boys do more so than me and the team. But my boys kind of have an understanding because when they come over to my house and everything, like I still got all my like DVDs and everything from games and stuff. So if they wanna like watch it or whatever, we'll put it on and they'll watch it. But for the most part, they talk trash, but they understand that I still did it at a pretty high level back in my day too. So, but it's a good like relationship builder though for sure because they kind of look at me like, man, all right, coach is not going to tell me nothing that he didn't already do himself or that wasn't beneficial for him when he was doing his playing days. So, and I always use the term of, hey, learn from my mistakes because I made enough of them in my career. So just learn from them, do the opposite of what I did, and listen to kind of what I'm telling you, and you should be pretty daggone good when it's all said and done.
Yeah. You have a lot of experienced guys in the room as far as that goes, and then do you coach them differently because you see a little bit more flashes of what you were as far as a player, or is it one of those things you feel for a different guy each way? How do you kind of handle the philosophy of the room in different ways?
For me, I mean, I coach all my guys the same. I mean, I'm kind of they kind of say I can be an a-hole at times. I mean, but it's just. I played the game at a pretty high level. I mean, I played against some pretty good guys, so I kind of understand. I mean, this receiver position is really about the details and how you're doing the little things. And my guys have, they have accepted that, and they have kind of now realized, all right, the stuff the coach is saying, it always tends to show up come game day. Like it always tends to show up. So they're pretty good. I try not to separate them though. Like I mean, even my seniors, junior, whatever the case may be, I don't really care what year you are. I mean, I always tell guys if no matter how long you play this game, you're always learning. Always. I mean, I played it for a while. I've been coaching it for a while, and I'm still learning to this day. So I never, I don't want them to ever get complacent and feel like, oh, I know it all. Because once you know that, then that's probably when you need to go ahead and retire and put your cleats up. Because you're not gonna, you can never get complacent in this game. So, but to answer your question though, man, I go about it the same way. I mean, I attack the room every single day. They get my all. I mean, everything I got, I'm gonna give it to my boys. They understand that. They know that. I'm a big players coach guy. Like, so they know they can come to me not only about football. I mean, I want to talk more about life than I do really anything else. Because, I mean, I went through a lot in my career, but today's game, these young men go through something completely different than I got a chance to go through back in my day because they got to worry about so much more. So I try to make sure that their mindset is somewhat, clean or, so they can kind of actually focus on the task at hand before we just jump into football. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but like I said, for the most part though, I attack them all the same way.
That old coach told me if cell phones were around when he was playing, career would have been 30 seconds long.
Oh my goodness! We collect. I actually collect the cell phones now when they come in because it's. Oh my goodness! So much stuff is going on them phones.
You got the slots too?
Yep. So I got everybody. Yep, I got everybody now moving forward. So
when I was with the tight ends, we had the slots in the room.
Yep.
Keep an eye on Cloud.
No doubt. No doubt.
We talked to Coach JDB, talked to McKay, talked to Freeman.
Yep.
No block, no rock. The mentality of if you are not going to be that guy to be selfless in the run game and in the blocking game on the screens, you don't get the ball.
Yep.
Do you carry that same way? How important is blocking to the receiver position?
Oh shoot, it's been that way. Like you go back and kind of look back at some of the film. I know I was just the outside guys last year. I just had the outsides with me, but I mean we block. That's one thing. When we get our hands on you, we're going to run you up out of there, and we're trying to run you out of the stadium every time we get hands on you. So I feel like it's a mentality. It was as me from my playing days. I mean, I was kind of, like I said, excuse my language, but an a-hole a little bit. I mean, I'm not that big now, and I really wasn't that big back then. But when DBs or defensive guys got a chance to kind of get shots on me, or they would try to take them, and cut blocking was legal back in my time. So, I'm trying to take you out every chance. If I can cut you, I'm going to cut you because I know it'll be the same exact way. But of course, cutting, we can't do that now. But the mentality is still the same for me. I still, make my guys know I want us to be the most physical unit on the field at all times. Like no matter who we're going against, I want us to be the bullies. That's the way that we're kind of going about it. When it's all said and done. And my guys, like They took the challenge. They accepted the challenge last year for sure, and like I said, now I got the slots, so it might be a little different, but I'm pretty sure they got the same mindset, and moving forward, they haven't been asking me any questions or anything like that. As far as Coach, what's the mentality or what? They know how I'm coming most because I was around last year, so it's not like they having to learn me. They just weren't in my room, but we still work together every single day. So they know my energy, they know my intensity, they know how to match who I am. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be a very beneficial year, and I think it's gonna be a fun year because I like where we at right now. I definitely do, and I can't wait to get started with the spring so we can actually solidify some things, and then I'm ready to get these freshmen here. But once the freshmen get here, then I can actually have all my blood under one roof. So then we can really get to, because it's kind of, you know how it is, man, because you don't want those guys to feel left out by any means, because they're not, but it's just not their time to be here just yet. So, but it's all good.
Stinks, can't cut anymore, can't crack anymore.
I know you got to lead with your hands now. You got to lead with the hands.
But so anyways, going now, you go from two different offensive coordinators, kind of two different mindsets. You're going more to the air raid scheme. How does the mindset have to change from learning the playbook, or does it at all? Because it is a different scheme with Coach Baker as opposed to Coach K.
Really, I mean, mindset-wise, it's not really changing much. I mean, my guys just has to process the information a heck of a lot faster because, like we're not slowing down for anybody, you know what I mean? So my guys where last year they could be put in situations where the game was just slowed down just because we were slowing it down as an offensive staff, where now they have to process it, they got to learn the signals, they got to make sure that we're doing what we need to do to be able to play at a very high level. But mentality, I think it's the same. I mean, I definitely think it's the same. Coach JDB, he's a high energy guy too. So I know guys kind of feed off that. They love just the intensity that he's bringing. We're in meetings and everything like that. But all in all, I think that it's a breath of fresh air, and I think I think the way JDB leads, my guys, that's all I can really speak on. They are very excited, very excited, and he does a tremendous job of making sure once we step in the meeting room as a unit, everybody is on the same page. Everybody. Nobody, like you said earlier, selfless. Like everybody is on the same page and understands that it is not about you whatsoever. Like if the team is not winning, what are we doing when it's all said and done? So, but I feel good about it. Like I said, I'm thankful to be here. Like I said, I love working with these guys. I mean, I know we only been together for a little while now, but I think it's gonna be really good for us. I really do, and I'm looking forward to the spring.
That was good.
Thanks, Coach.